A backed-up government system has forced a family onto the streets while tenants occupy their house. It is a desperate search for a mother who's now living in Toronto's shelter system with her 4 daughters. And because of COVID-19, there is a significant backlog in eviction hearings. So while they wait, they have no place to call home.
I called the shelter and said, I need a place to stay. I'm homeless right now.
A heartbreaking dilemma for mother Jenny Sedaris. The house she had been renting for 10 years for $1,000 a month was sold to a new owner. Unable to find another affordable place to live, she's been staying in a Scarborough shelter with her 4 daughters for the past month and a half.
Just living day by day at the shelter, in between the trailer and the shelter, and there's no steps anymore. I'm desperate.
Once a week, she'll bring her kids to their father's trailer in Port Perry for a visit. But their father also owns a house in Scarborough, one he isn't currently living in, but renting out to tenants. He gave the tenants notice in January to move out. He says the tenants refused. They also stopped paying rent and have been living for free for 9 months.
I can't find a place to stay with that money I can afford. I cannot find any place to stay with them. And I don't think it's fair for my kids to stay in any other place since their dad has a house. It's their dad. It's their dad's house. I don't understand why we should be suffering like that.
We spoke with the tenants in the house who didn't want to appear on camera. They admitted they haven't been paying rent, but saving the money to pay a lump sum once they are through the pandemic. Facing eviction during a pandemic also putting them in a tough position, a lose-lose situation for everyone involved. The family filed all the necessary paperwork and hired a lawyer to help. But the backlog at Tribunal's Ontario Landlord and Tenant Board is long.
It has been taking a long time, longer than it used to be. We've kind of missed those days when that period where we get a hearing right away or within a week, and that has changed.
An emergency hearing scheduled for July was delayed after the Ontario government passed an order halting evictions during the pandemic between June 17th and August 4th. The family can now only wait and hope.
There's no next steps. Right now I'm desperate. There's no next steps. I'm just living day by day.
We did reach out to the Landlord and Tenant Board to get a better idea of how long a family in this situation might have to wait for a hearing, but they have yet to get back to us.